We're back with another episode of Bible Bites, looking at Philippians 3, verses 4 through 7. Paul writes, "Though I myself have reason for confidence in the flesh also, if anyone else thinks he has reason for confidence in the flesh, I have more. Circumcised on the 8th day, of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews, as to the law, a Pharisee, as to zeal, persecutor of the church, as to righteousness under the law, blameless. But whatever gain I had, I counted as loss for the sake of Christ." Now, here, Paul is using what the Philippians would have understood as kind of this honor shame culture that they were living in. They would have understood that there's confidence that people put in their flesh and their what they've accomplished, as well as what they have from birth, their status. And so notice what Paul focuses on. He goes, look, if anyone else thinks he has reason for confidence, look, I've got more. And he lays it out. Circumcised the 8th day, of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, Hebrew of Hebrews. We talk about these as the ascribed honors. This is what he has from being born nobly, in a sense. These are the things that he has by being born in the right family, in the right culture, in the right people group. Okay. But that's not all Paul has, because look, as to the law, he's a Pharisee. As to zeal, he's a persecutor of the church. As to righteousness, he's blameless. Those we call acquired honors. So he says, look, whatever I is ascribed to me from birth, and the things that I acquired by my own actions, by my own work that I've done, uh, when it comes to the flesh, I should have confidence. The world would look at what Paul had in terms of his birth and his work, and they would say, "You're in." Okay, but Paul says, "No, those things, whatever gain I had, those are a loss. Whatever the world might think is honor or of value or status to me, in fact, when I know about Christ and when I understood Christ, I realized all those things are actually a loss. Uh, those things are empty. They're rubbish, he'll say. Why? Just because those are confidence in my flesh. And only when I'm examining myself horizontally and comparing myself to other humans does that somehow uh, give me a little boost. But the reality is, when it comes to the standard of God, none of this matters. None of this accomplishes anything for me. The only way I can have status at all is if I have Christ. So, one of the things that we see here with Paul is Paul realizes nothing of the flesh, nothing of his own work or merit has any real eternal value. We have to come to that point too and realize that whatever honors we might have from birth or whatever honors we might have from our own work, none of that can somehow give us more value before God. In our fallen state as sinners, those things cannot possibly merit any status for us. Our status is, no matter what honor we think we have, our status is under the wrath of God unless and until we have a relationship with Christ. And that's what Paul's going to go on to talk about in the next section. Hope this challenges you to think a little bit about where you're putting your hope and your confidence. Is it in the things that you have or have done, or in Christ alone? Until next time.